My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my ranking of David O. Russell's filmography from worst to best. And this video will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But one thing I hate about recording my videos so far in advance is that sometimes you run into possible risks. So I am recording this video on May 15th, 2025. I know he is working on a John Madden movie, and maybe it's been released by now, maybe it hasn't. Either way, it will not be in this video. So now that I got that out of the way, let's begin by talking about his worst movie, and it's Amsterdam. Like, this movie looked great. This movie should have been a return to form, but holy shit, in its execution, it just misses every single mark. You've got tons of talented actors. Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Robert De Niro, Anya Taylor-Joy, Rami Malek, giving some of their worst performances. The story itself was a convoluted mess that I never cared about, and it just goes on, and I found it to be insufferable. I despised this movie, so that's why it's last place. His second worst movie is going to be a real hot take, but it's Three Kings. I just watched it for the first time and I didn't even bother reviewing it because I just had nothing to say. There's a couple funny moments, but 99.9% of it is just so bland and forgettable and ineffective and boring, and I already forgot everything about this movie and I would never watch it again. His third worst movie is one that he's trying desperately hard to disown, and it's Accidental Love. Now, I do think there was a few funny scenes in the very beginning of this movie, but the rest is painfully unfunny, and it's just a total mess. Lots of potential, but it ends up being completely wasted, and you've got Jake Gyllenhaal here giving a very bad performance, so just nothing about this movie works. His fourth worst movie is I Heart Huckabees. Now, I do admire somewhat what this movie is trying to do, but that said, it's not for me. Like, this movie is so weird and out there, and I can understand if people love it. Just me, I couldn't get on this movie's wavelength, and as a result, I didn't find it funny, I didn't find it entertaining, I really hated it. Then his fifth worst movie is Flirting with Disaster. And I do think this movie has moments. It can be pretty funny, especially in the last act, in a way that kind of reminds me of a Seinfeld episode. But it's just not funny enough, and I found the main character to be insufferable. The movie tries to give him a redemption arc, but they don't really properly redeem him, and I don't know, this movie is just filled with questionable ideas, and I can kind of see what he's going for, but it's still a miss. I really don't like this movie, and it's one of Ben Stiller's worst performances. But now we get to the movies I somewhat like to love. So his fourth best movie is The Fighter. And I do think this is a well-made and a well-acted movie, but I just watched it a few weeks ago, and it just doesn't stay with you. It's a movie that it's competent, it's not bad, but I'm not really passionate about anything in this movie either. So it's kind of just mid. His third best movie is Joy. And a movie about the Miracle Mob shouldn't be this engaging, but it is. I find this movie to be entertaining, it can be funny, and it's really tense in moments. Jennifer Lawrence gives a really terrific performance, and Robert De Niro is really funny here as well. My big issue with this movie is I still don't see myself rewatching it. Like, it's fine. It's just not a movie I'm really all that passionate about, and I do think it's too long. They could have tightened this movie up, but I guess it's still worth a watch. But now we get to the big two. And releasing these two movies in back-to-back years is such an achievement. Like, say what you will about him, strictly based on his career, but this two-movie run is iconic to me. And it was really tough to say which one I like more than the other. But my second favorite David O. Russell movie is American Hustle. Now this movie has some of the best actors ever. Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Jeremy Renner, Jennifer Lawrence, Amy Adams. I feel like I'm missing someone. But talented actors giving some of their best performances ever. Everybody could have come across as an over-the-top caricature, but they all bring humanity to them. And this is a character-driven movie, and I just thought the writing and the acting fully delivered in every way that it needed to. The movie is also so entertaining, so stylish. Like, it looks and sounds great. I love the soundtrack. And it's just a very smartly written that has a secret amount of emotion behind it. That scene where Christian Bale is telling Jeremy Renner the truth, oh my god, it's actually heartbreaking. And I don't know, I know some people hate this movie now. I really do think this movie is something special. Just fully delivers in every way, and I think it is a real achievement from David. But his best movie to me is still Silver Linings Playbook. And maybe it's because I'm a sucker for romantic comedies, but this movie has lots to say about mental illness, and it goes about it in an honest way. I'm very passionate about this subject, and I like the fact that their growth comes from them trying to do better, doing things for other people and for love. And I think there is a lot of truth to that, and I think in this day and age, that is super important. But putting that aside, you still got a movie that explores authentic, loving relationships in a really fully realized way. Like, lots of depth there. The characters have depth. You understand why they are the way that they are, and this movie manages to be very funny, very sweet, very romantic, and very emotional. This movie just ticked all the right boxes for me, and the entire finale is so good. Like, Nikki ends up being at the dance thing. the dance where they go through all these different genres, and then Bradley Cooper talking to Nikki and Tiffany just walking away upset, and then Pat goes to talk to his dad and he's like, "Where's Tiffany?" And he's like, "Look, I don't know if Nikki ever loved you, but that girl does. You have to go over to her." And then Pat gives Tiffany the letter. It's so good. It's so good, and it just moves me to tears every single time. I think this is a powerful movie, and I really like Danny Elfman's unique score here. So, I love it. Silver Linings Playbook and American Hustle are just by far his best work, and I really hope one day he's able to recapture that magic. But that's my ranking of his movies. What's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.